What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com and welcome back to another week of the Kentucky Derby Top 5 Prospects. We've got some movement again this week. We had some prep races last week. Let's recap those very quickly. We had Hit Show, a pretty nice winner of the Wither Stakes. I didn't really consider a top 5 prospect. I thought about moving up maybe into the top 10. I left him at number 13 on the list this week. It was good. It was very good. Probably better than I thought it would be, honestly. And I think he might be one to watch. I would keep an eye out for this one, but didn't think he was top 5 worthy, but did think he is into the top 20. We also had Litigate, a winner of the Sam F. Davis. Not a horse I moved into the top 20. Was not impressed with that horse much or that race. It was kind of a mess. The weather was bad. The favorite had a horrible trip. A lot of them had bad trips in there. Maybe there's a playback or two in that race, but overall, it just wasn't much. So a couple of horses, kind of on the radar now, but nobody into the top 5. Let's get to the top 5 now because we do have one runner in this week's top 5 that will be running. We'll talk about that in just a second. First, let's talk about Cave Rock, a horse that I had taken off the list completely middle of last week when still had no workouts. Re-enters the top 5 today. Why? He finally had a workout today on February 13th, a 4 furlong workout at 47 and change. Pretty solid for Cave Rock. So he had to work. It was 4 furlongs. Maybe we're going to see him in a few weeks. We need to see a couple more 3 or 4 works probably before he would enter. But that's a good sign. Cave Rock back on the work tab. Can't take him completely off of the list now. He's back in at number 5. So we'll see if he'll stay at number 5. But as of now, he's still on the list. All right, let's go to number 4. Victory Formation. He's running this weekend in the Remsen Stakes. He'll try to stay undefeated, in the Risen Star Stakes, I should say. So he'll try to stay undefeated and go 4 for 4. Winner of 3 straight, including the Smarty Jones Stakes last time out at Oaklawn Park. Each race really, I don't think, has been his optimal distance so far. 2 races around 1 turn, and then the Smarty Jones at a mile. We stretch out to a 1.1 miles in this Risen Star Stakes. I think he's going to improve with the stretch out in distance. That's what you got to hope for here. He draws a tough post of post number 13. I still think if he's fast enough, he can get clear and go ahead and win this thing. I like number 4, Victory Formation, quite a bit, but he's got to back it up. He's got to win the Risen Star this weekend. If he doesn't, we're going to have a new horse on this list of top 5s. But number 4, Victory Formation for now. Number 3 is Stablemate, Instant Coffee. Got to keep him up there. He's done nothing wrong his last couple of starts. 2 graded stakes victories. Horses that he's beaten in the past are coming back and winning. That's another really good sign as well. So Instant Coffee at number 3 for Brad Cox. He keeps winning despite 4 trips. We'll keep him right there at number 3 for another week. Number 2, Arabian Knight. Well, not much bad you can say about him. 2 for 2 so far. A nice maiden special weight win at Keeneland. A dominant win in his first try, going 2 turns in the Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn Park. We're going to see him only one more time before the Kentucky Derby. I think that's a bad thing. I don't like 3 starts for a lifetime and then going right to the Derby. But if he's good enough, he can do it. He looks pretty good compared to the rest of this crop so far. So I'll put Arabian Knight at number 2. And then number 1, the wait is almost over. Forte is at number 1. Only got a couple more weeks till he will make his 3-year-old debut in the Fountain of Youth Stakes at Gulfstream Park. It's going to be such a critical race because while Forte is far and away number 1 and established, that 2-year-old form when they turn 3 sometimes can get a little wonky. And so that's the thing you got to worry about. Does Forte come back just as strong as a 3-year-old? We're assuming he's going to, but you never know until you see it. So Forte in a couple of weeks of Fountain of Youth, everything's going to revolve around that for him. How well, as far as how we're going to judge him, how will he look in that race? It's going to be critical. He's number 1 on the list for now. He's earned it. There's no question. But the big work for him is getting ready to start. So we'll see what Forte will do in a couple of weeks in the Fountain of Youth. All right, but to recap, number 5, Cave Rock in 5th. Obviously, number 5 is Cave Rock in 5th. Number 4, Victory Formation. Number 3, Instant Coffee. Number 2, Arabian Lion. And number 1, Forte. Like I said, this week, the Risen Star at Fairgrounds. 14 horses have entered to run in that race. Our number 4 horse here has drawn the 13-hole Victory Formation. We'll see if he can get it done. It won't be easy. This is a pretty solid field. So we'll be right back here next week after the Risen Star. There's a couple of nice allowances this week as well that we'll be keeping an eye on. We'll get you updated, and we'll see who's in the top 5 next week. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching this one. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do our Kentucky Derby top 5s, which will be weekly up until the week of the race. All right, guys, thanks again, and we will see you next week.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track across the country. We're ramping up for the 2023 Kentucky Derby, and we want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to Racing Dudes YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.